Imagine awakening with a start, your eyes fluttering open to reveal a world shrouded in darkness. All around, the ominous rustling of dense forest underbrush echoes ominously, carried on the breeze that sends a shiver down your spine. You're alone, your clothes are in tatters, and your nails are marred by dried blood. Mysterious scratches etch a painful story across your skin. How did you end up here? This is no ordinary forest. It is an enigma, a world undiscovered and unexplored by human beings, a labyrinth of mystery, layered over with countless secrets. It's a microcosm of our planet in its purest form, undisturbed, untouched, and untamed. It is an impenetrable of nature, a universe that exists in parallel to our own, a place where the wild remains wild, free from the tampering hands of civilization. Concealed by a dense, ominous cloak of foliage, it is a deep, dark jungle. A place where the wind whispers ancient tales through the rustling leaves and the earthy fragrance of damp soil carries the wisdom of ages. The thick canopy above forms a nearly invincible barrier, blocking out the relentless rays of the sun. It is so dark that not even the slenderest pins of sunlight dare to penetrate. You're lost in this realm of shadows, disoriented and confused, engulfed by the all-encompassing darkness. The oppressive silence is broken only by your own labored breathing and the distant calls of unidentified creatures. The air is thick with a palpable tension, as if the jungle itself is watching, waiting. You have no compass, no path to follow, sense of direction. Every way looks the same, every turn only leads deeper into the labyrinth of trees. The path behind you vanishes the moment you leave it, swallowed by the insatiable appetite of the jungle. A feeling of dread and despair gnaws at your resolve, yet you must keep moving. Just when you're about to give in to desperation, something catches your eye. A glimmer of hope shines through the veil of despair. The jungle floor, usually hidden under the thick layer of undergrowth and camouflaged by the ever-changing pattern of fallen leaves, reveals clue. A trace of passage, a sign that you're not the first one to venture into this uncharted territory. There are two sets of drag marks, clearly visible against the otherwise undisturbed foliage. They are fresh, the sharp edges of the grooves still intact. The marks appear to be from something heavy, something that skidded and slid through the underbrush. Marks leads to a cave-like entrance, a darkened doorway in the belly of an old banyan tree, a potential sanctuary or a possible trap. The other set leads away from it, disappearing into the dense undergrowth, suggesting an escape, or maybe another danger. Each path offers its own set of mysteries. Each choice comes with its own risks. To follow one mark is to leave the other behind, to choose one destiny over another. The decision weighs heavy on your heart, as heavy as the silence that fills the air. But which path to choose? It is not a decision to make lightly. It is not just a matter of left or right, but of life or death. It is a question only you can answer. So you stand there at the crossroads of your fate, looking at the two paths before you, considering your options, preparing to make your move. Because in this jungle, every step counts, every choice matters, and every decision can be your last. Yet, regardless of which path you choose, the journey will be treacherous. This is the nature of the jungle. Unpredictable, unforgiving, unrelenting. But you also know that you cannot stay here. You cannot let fear paralyze you. You have to choose. You have to move. Because in this jungle, the only way out is through. And so, with a deep breath, you take your first step into the unknown, into the wild, into the jungle. Because this is no ordinary forest. It's a deep, dark jungle where not even the slenderest pins of sunlight dare to penetrate. You're lost, disoriented, no idea which way to turn. But then, something catches your eye. The jungle floor, smothered under a thick layer of undergrowth, reveals two sets of drag marks. One leads to a cave-like entrance, the other away from it. But which path to choose? As you inch toward the cave, your heart pounding in your chest, you notice something chilling. Torn pieces of what looks like human flesh litter the ground. Fear grips you, and you bolt in the opposite direction. You run until your legs give way, until your breaths come in ragged gasps, until you stumble upon an open field. This field is a stark contrast to the dense jungle. It's a vast expanse of green, stretching out as far as the eye can see, dotted with tufts of grass both large and small. Yet the question remains, how on earth did you end up here? As you ponder your next move, you spot something, old tracks, barely visible, leading away from the field and the jungle. With no other options, you follow these tracks, each step a struggle. Eventually, they lead you to an old dirt road, which in turn leads to a small paved road. And then, just as you reach the paved road, your strength gives out. You collapse, unconscious, right in front of an oncoming ambulance. But what happened next? What secrets does the forest hold? And how did you come to find yourself in such a dire situation? Stay tuned to uncover the truth.